Our hope is that Star Rifter creates a bit of a rift into the Hollywood system, creating a new pipeline, allowing more of these very high-end, spectacle-driven stories to be told at a fraction of the cost, so that these stories can be told not just by people who have access to Hollywood studios, but artists around the world with important stories to tell of their own.
It's cool to see it behind the scenes, isn't it? Because it just explains so much about what we're seeing in the first video. So I'm really liking this, new behind the scenes thing that we can capture. If something comes out, then we see it behind the scenes. We'll grab both and then showcase them back to back like that. So we don't have to guess and do all this stuff first. We just literally get to see, and then we can judge it based on both of those things. So yeah, vote in the polls. Don't forget, the poll is on the screen right now. For those that are just tuning in sort of visually, and that, I just need to remind everyone, now's your time to vote. Slam your 1s, 2s, or 3s. What did you think? 1's for awesome, 2 for okay, 3 not for me. So what did you think, mate?
I thought it was well put together, but I don't know. I just didn't like the song. I think the song, it's almost like the song made it feel like a trailer, but even though it kind of was, but it wasn't. It's right. Yeah, I don't know. I thought without it, I think it looks great. Like watching it now and we hit them speaking, I think it would be great. It was just that song that was like, I don't know.
It was a really hard episode to have had that in, because obviously the music's been so good up until now, so we're judging it by the very recent stuff that we just watched, and I would very much agree with you. Definitely the music integration in this one lowered the overall score for me, but it still was visually very interesting, and the BTS was very interesting. And the idea of it being called Star Rifter, it's a great name. It's a kind of overall, other than the music, it had a lot going for it, this one, didn't it? It was just unfortunate that the music just wasn't quite as good as some of the other pieces we've watched. But yeah, so yeah, let's keep rapid firing through them, no?
Yeah, play some more.
Go on. Did you want to bring something up first?
I was going to say, Jeff Elou said, I kind of feel like the photo real humans were about 80% of the way there, but with animation like this, we're 100% of the way there. Completely agree there, Jeff. There's something that we were saying probably about a year and a half ago. We was like, animation's going to be the first thing that's going to break, we feel. Yeah. It's going to get there quicker. And when you see things like this and some of the other things that we've seen, it's like no surprise.
Exactly, yep. Literally said this is sample clips. So sample clips. We shouldn't be judging it by the story. It's just literally sample clips in this case. So yeah, it's
because I just felt I was like there's something
missing. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
it makes sense now.
I'm being slammed by Paul for sample clips. I should have mentioned that more in the video. So again, sorry about the context. I need to remember all of this context is so important as to when you're voting and all that, because people could be thrown off by that. Yeah, so sorry about that. Right, let's keep going anyway. So the next one is actually by someone that we've worked with, and he was one of the early people that we collaborated with Coca-Cola with, and now he's working at Google as an in-house film producer, and very, very talented guy. Again, we may have him on for a full episode to watch a whole series of his stuff, because he's been so prolific at making stuff. His name is Henry Dalbray. I think he's French. I'm pronouncing that wrong probably. I'm really terrible at pronouncing French. But this piece by him is called Junkyard King Episode 0. And the context for this one is that it was set in the 1980s. The story follows Artie, who is a geeky teenager obsessed with VHS tapes, samurai movies, and late-night mysteries. By day, he's an awkward kid in a quiet town, but by night he plays detective, convinced that something strange is happening around him. So with all of that knowledge, let's check it out.
So, my name's Arthur, but my Uncle Bob calls me Artie. He's about the only relative I still have left, but he's cool enough to let me live with him. I try to stay out of his way. Lately, my world is just shadowboxing with VHS ghosts and tracing red yarn across town maps. People see 3 missing kids, and all I see is a geometric pattern the cops are too blind to notice. They're looking for runaways, but they're staring from the wrong angle. They aren't looking at the math. Tonight, I find out if the numbers lie.
Shut it off! You're ringing the dinner bell!
Hey you! The chicken! What's this thing?
Chicken? I have more processing power in my left claw than you entire high school. This, young Arthur, is a rust knight, a hollow ghost in a suit of trash.
Here goes nothing. Come on. Come on. Come on! Just a little scared. I just bounced back. Why won't it hit?
Keep it together. Think.
Wait, he's not a ghost. He's just a massive electromagnet. I just need to pull the plug. That 5-ton iron hook is my ground. If I can bridge the two, game over. Let's see how you handle a short circuit. Back to 0. Is it over?
Hardly. That was a janitor. You just alerted the owner. You let her mark you. We're so dead now.
I'm not... hurt?
It's just a mark, you idiot.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do now.
I suggest to start with some sleep. Tomorrow, the real trouble begins.
Let them come. I'm done being invisible.
Absolutely incredible, huh? So some quick notes on this one. Some additional context I've been given by Paul, the producer, is that this was actually posted over a month ago. And no doubt it would have taken him several weeks or months to make this. So we're thinking, this isn't the latest sort of video model. So to pull off this texture and this universe so convincingly with sort of older tech is even more impressive with that context, as well as this is obviously episode 0. And so no doubt he'll be making more in this series. And so this is sort of like a showcase to the world he's building. And this is really, really cool stuff. What did you think, mate?
I thought it was really good. I thought the style was good. People saying in the chat, totally cool. It reminded me of a mixture of the Gorillas and Spider-Man multiverse one. The
Spider-Verse. Yeah. That's such a good combination of references.
Yeah, that type of feeling. But I thought it was good. And the story was good as well. Like, I was watching it thinking to myself, that could easily just be on YouTube or on the Netflix or something like that. And
it is.
I wouldn't think anything that. I just think it's like some production company put it together, like a big production company. Is it Disney or is this Sony? But the fact that was it Henry something that just put this together, and
exactly.
Really,
it's so impressive, isn't it? And like, I think some of the notes here are that the construction of the narrative was so impressive in that one, and the like solid storytelling, animation style characters, the consistency, the aesthetic, it was so gamified. My favorite comment actually came in from Mary earlier on saying, if this was a game, like a mass multiplayer online role-playing game, I would play it. Holy smokes. I felt that same thing watching the first few scenes. I was like, if this was like a RuneScape or a World of Warcraft or whatever, this is a game that I'd like to drop into and have one of these characters and actually play. So it ticked a lot of boxes, and it may be the first one on the show where it's all ones in the chat. If you haven't already voted, the poll's about to close, so slam in your last minute votes. Incredible, huh? And this is in the bits and bobs part of the show, where this is just like the first of many of the series. And what an incredible find to be posted a month ago. Oh my god.
Yeah. Also, Teresa said
Belgium, not from France. I'm being told. Which was a really dumb thing for me to say. So yeah, check him out though. He is everywhere. He's on YouTube. He's on LinkedIn. We found him through LinkedIn. This post specifically, but as I said, we've worked with him at Coca-Cola in the past, and he's so incredibly talented that we're going to hopefully have him on for a full episode to watch a whole load of stuff. Should be exciting.